Hello, David Bradley here in the pet room. So I have pondered. And what have I pondered doing? Well, I have pondered that this SuperPET machine, without a SuperPET board, needs to come out. And I will do what I've done before, and that is I will take out the board, and I will put it into this 4032 next door, plug it all in because I know that that's working. By the way, here's a leg from a SuperPET. And there will be 3 more, and it's usually they usually, if fingers won't usually get them loose, but just a little tweak with some pliers, or of course if you had the right wrench, just a little tweak, just like a little hello, and they will come. And the legs, of course, is what you mount the other boards on. All right. Oh, that's interesting. This one has a much shorter screw part. I must keep that in mind. That's the one over at the side. And then try to get onto that one. All right. What do we got? Aha. We got a long one. All right. So now there are 3 connectors. One for the monitor. One for the power. One for the keyboard. And then there are these little slidey things that you kind of have to squeeze and pull. Like they're also, oh, that one's already off. They're little plastic legs. Is that one off? Nope. Just a moment. They just have these little kind of wing things that you just gotta squeeze, and out it will pop by. So, do we have this free, or is there something else? Aha! Alright, just get it through the wires. Yeah. And yeah, we can see there's a lot of dirt there. And stuff is actually falling off of it right now as I do this. But it doesn't look like the other one. But it's filthy. It's filthy. Anyway, the 6502, I'm just going to double check that its pins all got in there okay. And they did. And I'm going to take this and turn it. I'll shake it. And blow a little bit. And I'll say, wow, this is dirty. Very dirty. So I have no grand illusions that me plugging this into the other machine is going to make any difference at all. And I don't think I am going to put the board back into this machine right now. I don't think. Well, I might. I don't know. I gotta test it first, of course. All right. So it's an SP9000. Filthy. Power. Cable. Soldered. On. Was missing. 6502. Not surprising. Mind you, can steal one of those out of a 1541 easy enough. Yeah. More testing needed. Oh yeah. More testing. Yuck. Yuck. Now, oh, I am tempted at this moment to get this machine out of the way. And how would I do that? Well, I would take a piece of newspaper, I would put it over this other machine that I was tinkering on, and I would move it. Perhaps I will take off my glasses first. And I think also, as I am leery of this, it is very tempting to just cut this power cord off. But I won't do that yet. Oh, yeah. Alright, so I figure if I can get this pulled off here. By the way, the keyboard is missing the 0 and the shift key. Imagine. If I can get this right here and lift it carefully and turn and twist and set it down on this other machine, it might want to sit here. Or maybe I pushed this one in a little too far and it might not want to sit here. It does not want to sit here. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh me, oh my. I'm now using my feet to try and pull this machine out. Well, there, I'll use my hand. Okay. Not exactly ideal, but it's okay. Alright, now I'll slide this machine over here. Is it plugged in? It is. Okay, so we must be careful. So, we do not take this board out. We pull the keyboard cable, which really doesn't necessarily need to be there. We pull the power cable. And we make sure that we can access them all. And then we take newspaper from 2010, 13 years ago. It's got a story about ordinary guys. And Hefner's naked ambition. Canadian director gets beyond the bunny ears with doc about Playboy founder. Alrighty. Anyway, then we take the newspaper and we set it in here. So there is no contact between the boards. And, by the way, it will be a miracle if anything is different. And we can lay this in here. And everything should be just dandy. And I can fit the connectors for the power, the keyboard. This is the keyboard one, the other was the monitor one. And push them on. Now, once again, this isn't going to work. But I've just got to try. Nope. Just a green thing in the middle of the screen. Yep. And there's not an incredible amount of things that are socketed in either of these machines. So I'm going to turn it off. This is what I expected would happen, by the way. I suspected. Give it a little break. Turn it on again. Just seeing if anything happens to wake up. And I suppose the other thing I could do is just touch things gently to see if there's anything that, with very little time, has the ability to become hot enough for me to scream, or at least say, ow. And I don't feel anything tremendously warm. Mind you, there's a lot of little chips here. So, not surprising. Not surprising at all. Alright, so now we will undo the process. We will... Oh, and we'll pull this out. And then, with great care, I will rescue. Maybe I will set it on here. I will rescue the 6502 chip. I will rescue the 6502 chip. Just a moment. I will perhaps turn this towards me so that I can get a better look. It does. There's not really a lot of space between these sockets. There really isn't. Oh, man. But I know I got it in here, so it gotta come out. Because I need to put it back into the 4032. I just gotta get a little tweak under a corner. Just the tiniest little tweak. And give it a little bit of a pry. A little tiny bit of a pry. I usually do this with my right hand. Okay. Alright. So this socket does seem, it's funny, this chip's only been in here for a short time, but boy, it does not want to let it go. That's when you can damage things. So I will wiggle it a bit. Wiggle. And it comes out. And it's okay. Alright, newspaper out. And once again, this is when it is difficult to get all the way inside here to see what you're doing, especially on the back side of the pins. You can do it by feel. So the pins are all looking fine. So I put it in, give just a slight bit of pressure towards the back, line it up, and we're in. Alright, so power connector on, keyboard connector on, monitor connector on, and then we turn it on, we should hear that lovely squeal. And we do. And I look up, and it's all good. So we have not hurt anything. That's always refreshing. Here is the board. Yeah, I think this is one that I might consult with Rudy and others about cleaning. It is really encrusted, but not the same as the rat piss. Anyway, I suspect also there'll be a lot of unsoldering to do. I would bet. Although, you know, one thing I did use at one point, I had the chocolate pet, which I still haven't quite finished yet. But I did use a magic eraser. But I think in this case I will look for a toothbrush that will never be used as a toothbrush again, and very gently get rid of some of the dust. Anyway, and perhaps I'll put this back in its original machine. I don't know. I have not decided. Anyway, thanks so much for coming to the pet room. The assessment continues. I still look forward to finding another machine that actually works. I do. Thank you. See you again. Bye for now.